Hey friends, welcome to Finland Media. Coronavirus is an infection that has caused a global pandemic, and gaining immunity against it is the only way forward. Vaccines against COVID 19 are being developed by scientists around the world, and hopefully, successfully coronavirus vaccination will prevent the spread of this disease. Recent news from Hong Kong has now questioned the efficiency of the developing vaccines and whether they can prevent reinfection. In this video, we are going to look if there is any possibilities to get infected for the second time. Before we look further, if you are watching my video for the first time, please do not forget to subscribe and hit the bell button for notifications. Let's continue on to the video. It is important to know the differences between relapse and reinfection, how often it happens, and measures people need to take to protect themselves when they are out in public. This helps to improve treatment procedures and get a better understanding of the novel coronavirus. Experts suggest this is not a cause of concern and that reinfection is a very rare occurrence. From a layman's point of view, it is important to learn the process of testing and its limitations, as well as avoid stress over COVID-19 reinfection. One obstacle to consider is the test in itself. The RT or PCR test, which is the standardized test that is used along with the swab, which detects coronavirus infection in 70% of the patients. However, 30% of the cases are prone to be false negatives. Another important issue is that the test does not differentiate between live and dead viruses. So, what is interpreted as reinfection may well be dead virus particles present in recovered patients, resulting in false positives. How do you develop immunity against coronavirus? The human body has two modes of defense against invading microorganisms. The first is the innate immunity, which is activated when as soon as a foreign particle is detected in our body. The release of the chemicals causes inflammation and stimulates white blood cells to attack the infected cells. The cellular response or adaptive immune response involves the production of targeted antibodies that stick to the virus and enable the T cells to engulf the infected cells. The production of targeted antibodies takes about 10 days, and the sickest patient develop the strongest immune response. People who show only mild symptoms may not develop a sufficient immune response. And the next question arises is, how long do the antibodies last in your system after infection by coronavirus? Like our own memory, our immune system remembers some infections very well, but tends to forget some others. For example, the vaccine given for measles, the MMR vaccine, provides lifelong immunity against the disease. However, some flu vaccines require an annual dose, as the antibodies last only for a limited period in the immune system. Coronavirus has not been around long enough to exactly establish how long the antibodies against it will last, and hence, it is still a mystery if the vaccines will provide lifelong immunity. Other human coronaviruses give us a clue about how long the targeted antibodies last in the human body. 4 types of coronaviruses that cause the common cold produce immunity that is short-lived, lasting for less than a year. However, once infected, COVID-19 reinfection is generally milder, and the next big question comes is, have people caught COVID-19 twice? Until recently, many cases of reinfection with COVID-19 has been reported. However, these were considered as errors, with people wrongly being told they were free of the virus after infection. In other words, a relapse of the disease was mistakenly as reinfection. A 33-year-old man was infected with coronavirus for the second time after 4 months. This was the first proved case of reinfection by coronavirus. A genome sequencing confirmed that the 2 virus strains were different. However, the patient showed no symptoms after reinfection. This makes it a textbook case demonstrating the infection by virus produces immunity against the disease on reinfection. This means that the body had produced antibodies against the virus the first time he was infected. These antibodies prevented the appearance of any symptoms of reinfection by coronavirus. This demonstrates the antibodies provide protection from COVID-19, but may not prevent getting infected again and harboring the virus in your system. This could mean that a person recovered from COVID-19, if reinfected, can still be a source of infection for those who are not protected from the virus. Experts say that reinfection, though not impossible, is usually very rare. Also, one case cannot be considered a conclusive study. Limited experiments done on monkeys show when reinfected with coronavirus causing COVID-19 after 3 weeks, they did not develop any symptoms. However, it is yet to be found out how long immunity against coronavirus lasts and whether it prevents reinfection. And the next thing to look at is, does antibodies against coronavirus make us immune? The presence of antibodies does not guarantee immunity. It has also been seen that levels of antibodies vary depending on the severity of the symptoms developed. This can especially be problematic when immunity passports are considered a way out of the pandemic. If there are antibodies in a person's system, they are assumed to be eligible to go back to work. This was particularly considered for frontline workers in health sector who have a high risk of exposure to coronavirus. While every patient who is infected by COVID-19 develops antibodies, the levels are not the same. Studies have shown up to 30% of the patients who have been infected with COVID-19 show very low level of neutralization antibodies that attach to coronavirus and stops them from infecting other cells. Also, being immune to the virus does not mean you cannot harbor the virus and spread it to vulnerable groups of the society. And the one last question, why is immunity important? Having immunity protects you from the disease and reduces the effect of the virus on your body. Understanding who is at risk of catching and spreading the infection is essential to ease the lockdown regulations. The duration of immunity attained either by infection or by vaccination will decide how efficiently the virus can be contained. How long the antibodies and the immunity against the virus lasts will also decide if the vaccine is effective lifelong or requires annual shots. Hope you like this video. If you like it, please share it with your friends and family. Do not forget to subscribe to this channel and hit the bell button in order to be notified as soon as I post a video. Thanks for watching.